What would you get if you took a group of today's top surfers and gave them a chance to ride a collection of surfing's most iconic boards from the past, as well as the most intriguing shapes of the future? You'd get Red Bull Decades, a new web series that shows where surfing has come from and where it's going.
Normal's boring. That's why we're here on this trip, trying different boards, and we're not being normal, we're being weird, and that's what surfing's all about.
With the crew still hanging at Raimana's after surfing through the history of the surfboard, it was time to enter the now with a cutting-edge surfboard designed and shaped by one of today's leading craftsmen, Biolas. This is pretty much the most advanced and updated board that Biolas has ever shaped. So you can see new materials in use, new processes in the manufacturing of this board. We actually have a special guest here. Travis Rice flew all the way here from Chile to watch you guys ride these boards. Now Travis, you know all about the evolution of equipment and how important it is.
Yeah, I mean, for us, a lot of wisdom comes from past experience, updated, upgraded, and evolution.
Well, Travis, give these guys their boards and go out there and rip.
100%.
Red Bull Decades. Good luck.
My name's Biolas. I'm a surfboard shaper, designer by trade. I have a brand called Lost. My nickname's Mayhem. I first started shaping in 1986 in Dana Point Harbor. At a friend of mine's garage, I made a board. Within a few weeks, I ended up landing at Herbie Fletcher's surf shop here on the corner and kind of fell in with that culture there at the Herbie Fletcher shop with a lot of craftsmen and shapers and glassers. And I really never left. I've been at that shop 26, 27 years now. And now it's our shop, my partner and I, and we keep the culture going. Building my brand alone, I always looked at punk rock culture here in Southern California in the early 80s when I was growing up, and the whole do-it-yourself attitude was a huge influence on me. On the materials, we've been stuck in a quagmire that we all seem to be pretty happy with, of just using the same foam, the same resin, the same fiberglass as the predominant construction technique. But for these boards, I wanted to use an EPS foam, which is readily available and popular, but it's not what you see all the boards in the shops made out of. Instead of using wood stringers, we opted to go with a composite fiberglass carbon stringer, and it allows the board to flex a lot farther without giving out and breaking. And then they were vacuum glassed with a 3D glassing technology, and that really infuses the epoxy resin into the blank and sucks out all the unneeded resin to keep the board really light and really strong. Since there's no points on the line, there's no money on the line, I wanted to take the boards and push them in a little more radical direction. I made the boards a little thicker to retain about the same kind of volume they would normally use. So it's a straighter outline. I used a lower entry rocker because the board's shorter, and pretty much kept the tail rocker in the back half of the board very similar to what they're used to. I didn't want to take a reckless approach and just say, this is some crazy board, this is the board of the future, and have it, unproven, untested, because in surfboards, everything's done in kind of baby steps, and you got to make the boards and have guys ride them. And even though I may be considered an authority in surfboard design, I don't want to take that responsibility I've been granted and be reckless with it. Go to Tahiti and there's that rich blue water and striking sunshine. You want the boards to be noticed and to be seen. So we did all those boards, we infused the resin with tints and got as bright of colors as we could get and made all the colors kind of the opposite of the blue of the water. So what I hope to accomplish is to maybe get the guys to expand their ideas of what works and what doesn't.
Matt's boards are good. I mean, they are right now. It's pretty much the go-to board for almost any fun size wave. For a lot of the guys on tour, a lot of the best guys.
Excited to ride it, and the lightness is really cool, and I was just starting to figure out that lightness is really cool for airs because you could kind of control it more and whip it or do whatever you want, and I was excited for that.
once I got in the air, I just felt like they kind of kept taking me higher. Like nice little lift to it, real fast, real responsive.
For where surfing is right now, I think Matt's shortboards are at the highest level. To have him actually work on something that he thinks is going to be a future board, or where we might be going with all of our surfing, is pretty fun to have.
The Mayhem, that board is a board that I would probably have one of those boards in my board bag most places I travel to in the world, just for when the waves are smaller and you need something that's going to get you going and something that's exciting to ride.